My friend and I are huge fans of the Kingkiller series of books by Patrick Rothfuss. In the books, there's an award given to musicians to honour great skill. My friend's birthday was coming up. He's also a decent musician, so I decided to make him a set of Eolian talent pipes. I designed a model in Tinkercad using some existing artwork. I then printed this off and used this to create a mould. The next step was to clean up the printed part, ready for that mould. I also 3D printed some flasks for the casting sand. These I found on Thingiverse. The casting sand I used was basic oil bonded sand. This was purchased inexpensively from eBay. I also filled a sock with regular talcum powder. This is used to stop the 3D printed part from sticking to the sand and the two sides of the mould from sticking. Once the sock was filled, I used a cable tie so that I could easily cut it off and add more talc when I need to. The next step was to start creating the mould. To do this, I filled the top part of the flask with sand, making sure it was tightly and evenly packed, then levelled it off. I then decided where I wanted the sprue to be. This is where the molten metal will enter the mould. After the sprue is created, a vent is added so the gas can escape. I then widen the mouth of the sprue to allow for the liquid metal to pool as it is poured. The next step is to line the print up with the sprue in the vent. I also coated the print with talc, but I didn't show this. After applying some pressure, I removed the print and tacked the whole top of the mould. I then removed any excess sand on the top half of the flask so the bottom would align correctly. I then started adding sand and filled the bottom as evenly as I did the top. This was then levelled off with a lollipop stick, as before. I then tapped evenly around the mould to separate the two halves, then gently pried the flask apart. The print is then removed and the two halves are inspected for imperfections. Once I was happy with the moulds, I added the pin part of a badge so my friend could attach it to a guitar strap.
Stop the camera.
Next, I melted some pewter in a cast iron pan and poured it into the mould. The metal is then allowed to cool for several minutes. I left the sprue and excess metal on whilst I finished the piece. This allowed me to manipulate the part easily and was cut off later. I used a variety of different Dremel tools, from cut-off wheels to polishing mops. This allowed me to get the final finish that I desired. For the final finish, I used some 3M polishing compounds. Firstly, I used Fast Cut, followed by their ultrafine compound. Once I finished polishing, I used a cut-off wheel to remove the excess material and cleaned up the back. I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed by the final result and can't wait to give my friend his talent pipes.